Dr. Harin Kanani joins us now, Managing Director with Neogen Chemicals. Let's understand from him that the implications of the new deal and how will this change life for Neogen Chemicals. Dr. Harin, can you elaborate on the licensing structure and the royalty payment arising from the technology license agreement with MUIS and what it means for your shareholders?
We are very happy that we've been working for last almost 1.5 years. And today we are happy to announce that Neogen has entered into an agreement with MUIS, which is a Mitsubishi chemical group company. As part of this agreement, Mitsubishi group, which has been making electrolytes for lithium ion battery for last 30 years, are going to share their proprietary know-how and experience and manufacturing technology for making electrolytes. So as part of the agreement, they will be sharing first the technology, the process, as well as the design of the plant, and in return Neogen will be paying like a one-time license fee to them. This is a perpetual license, so can be used as long as the plant is in operation, and up to 30,000 metric tons per annum production will be supported by this license from them.
Morning. Can you tell us how you're looking at the competition within the electrolyte market? Do you think that you will have a first mover advantage, and will you focus on domestic and the international markets?
So electrolytes, of all the components of lithium ion battery cell production which are required, electrolytes is one which is always produced at a locally and it's very difficult to import this. So therefore, like internationally also, the electrolytes which are required for making cells in Japan are made in Japan, similarly in China, in Europe. So therefore, electrolyte production has to be domestic. Now, so far in India, there is no cell production and there was no electrolyte production as well. Although we had set up a small facility from which we are already supplying samples to our customers. So therefore, we feel also in electrolyte, each cell design has its own unique composition of electrolyte. So we feel this is where the first mover advantage is very significant. I mean, if I share a similar experience which we had with companies like Thermax, Voltas, Kirloskar for making lithium bromide solutions which are used in vapor absorption machines. We started with this business 30 years ago and we are still the main supplier to all of them. So we believe there will be a significant first mover advantage, and also the domestic supply of this will make the jobs of lithium ion cell producers easier, and they will have the comfort of local supply of electrolyte.
Right. So will the electrolytes that will be produced support chemistries of all kinds or only one particular chemistry?
Yes. So, when different types of lithium cells are being made, there are different cathode chemistries. So some will use NMC, which is, lithium, nickel, manganese, cobalt. Some use lithium iron phosphate, and there are other chemistries which may come from time to time. Similarly, on the anode side also you can have different chemistries, but all of these will always require an electrolyte. Of course, the composition of the electrolyte or the specific recipe of an electrolyte will change from each cell design, but overall the electrolytes will be required in all the cathode and anode chemistries. And the plant that we are making will be will have the flexibility to make different recipes and different kinds of electrolytes as per our customer cell design and customer requirement. But yes, it will support both LFP as well as NMC chemistry.
All right. And how do you plan to source the lithium carbonate over, in order to cover large contracts? Do you have supply contracts for this?
Yeah, so we've been working with world's top lithium producers, companies such as SQM, Albemarle, Livent, for many years, like almost decades. In fact, almost from the time world's biggest producer SQM started production, Neogen has been buying lithium. So since we are making the non-battery lithium applications for last 30 years, and we are one of the significantly largest importer of lithium carbonate, which is what comes out of mine in India for last several decades. We have gone and discussed with all these top lithium producers that India is now starting to make cell production and we are going to require lithium coming out of your mines, and all of them have assured to supply or get into a multi-year agreement to supply lithium to us. We are just waiting for our customers to finalize their capacities, and once they give us a commitment, we can also go give us a binding commitment to our lithium suppliers, and then we can enter into a long-term lithium supply agreement. But as of now, we have assurance from all the world's top leading producers of lithium to be able to supply lithium what will be needed to make for this electrolyte and the electrolyte salts.
Right. And what is the kind of demand that you see for electrolytes in India, and any specific requirement for NMC or LFP cells?
Yeah, so depending on the chemistries that you just mentioned, whether it's a NMC chemistry cell or a LFP chemistry cell, the requirement of electrolyte varies. So based upon our understanding of what is going to be the composition in India, for 1 gigawatt hour, we estimate somewhere around 900 to 950 metric ton of electrolyte will be required. So what is estimated is that India will require somewhere around 160 gigawatt hour of electrolyte of lithium-ion cells by 2030. So to support this 160 gigawatt hour of cell production, we will require almost close to 150,000 metric ton of electrolyte by 2030. So this is estimated to grow, and this is based upon 30% penetration of EV vehicles in India, that 30% of the vehicles in India are made by EV, as well as some battery storage requirement for renewable energy sector.
Okay, and finally, there's a Capex slated for about 450 crore rupees. Are you likely to revise your Capex now post these plans?
So, we had announced our own technology based on which we had said to be able to support up to 10,000 metric ton of electrolyte production, we will be needing around 450 crores investment. This also included investment into electrolyte salts as well as for electrolyte manufacturing. So this was our own technology and our own investment. Now that the agreement has been finalized and we have a requirement which can go up to 30,000 metric tons per annum. So in the coming months, we will discuss with our customers. We will also understand the difference between our technology and the Japan technology, and then ultimately come with a revised number of the phases in which we will be doing investment and the amount of the investment for the same.
Right. Thank you so much then. Great to have you today on the show, Mr. Kanani, and highlight what really is going on with Neogen Chemicals.